Laura Ingraham is a name that millions of people recognize instantly. For years, viewers have seen her sitting confidently behind a desk, sharing opinions, leading discussions, and shaping conversations on American television. As the host of the Ingraham Angle on Fox News, she has become one of the most influential voices in conservative media. Night after night, she speaks directly to her audience with strong views, sharp commentary, and a clear sense of purpose. But while her professional life is constantly on display, her private world remains much quieter and far more guarded. When the studio lights turn off and the cameras stop rolling, Laura Ingraham steps away from the spotlight and returns to a very different kind of life, one focused on privacy, routine, and family. Living in Washington, D.C., she resides close to the center of political power, yet she keeps her personal space carefully protected from public attention. Unlike many television personalities who openly show off their homes and lifestyles, Ingraham has chosen a more reserved path. Her Washington home is described as elegant but modest, comfortable rather than flashy, and designed for peace rather than show. It reflects a person who values structure, order, and calm after long, demanding workdays. The home is believed to be located in or near McLean, Virginia, an area known for its quiet neighborhoods, privacy, and close access to the capital. This location allows her to stay near her work, while still giving her children a sense of normal life, away from constant media noise. Inside the home, the focus is said to be on family living rather than luxury. Neutral colors, classic furniture, and a clean, organized layout create an atmosphere of stability and warmth. Rather than filling her space with extravagant decorations, Ingraham reportedly prefers simple designs that make the home feel safe and welcoming. Bookshelves, family photos, and personal items quietly reflect her values, faith, and experiences. Her lifestyle outside of television is far less dramatic than many might expect. When she is not working, Laura Ingraham is known to enjoy reading, especially books related to history, politics, and religion. Reading allows her to relax, while also staying mentally engaged, which fits her personality and professional background. She also enjoys spending time outdoors when possible, taking walks, and staying physically active in simple ways that fit into a busy schedule. Though she is a public figure, she avoids excessive social outings and prefers small gatherings with close friends and family. Travel is something she experiences mostly for work, but when she does take personal trips, they are usually quiet and purposeful, rather than extravagant vacations. In terms of transportation, Laura Ingraham is not known for collecting luxury cars or showing off expensive vehicles. Like many professionals in Washington, she is believed to favor reliable, practical cars that offer comfort and security rather than attention. This choice aligns with her overall lifestyle, which emphasizes function over appearance. Financially, her long career in media has brought her considerable success. Through her work as a television host, author, and radio personality, she has built strong financial stability. While exact numbers vary, her net worth is often estimated in the multi-million-dollar range. And by 2026, it is expected to remain strong due to continued television contracts, book royalties, and speaking engagements. However, despite this financial success, her daily life does not appear centered on wealth or display. Instead, it reflects discipline, responsibility, and focus. Laura Ingraham's public image is shaped by strong opinions, but her private life shows a person who values routine, order, and control over her environment. Her Washington home is not just a place to live. It is a retreat from public pressure and a foundation for her role as a parent. This balance between a demanding public career and a quiet personal life defines much of who she is beyond the television screen. While Laura Ingraham is best known for her career in political media, the most important role in her life exists far away from television studios and newsrooms. That role is being a mother. Laura Ingraham is a single parent to 3 children, all of whom she adopted internationally. Her decision to build a family through adoption was deeply personal and carefully considered, shaped by her values, faith, and desire to provide a stable home to children in need. Her family is multicultural and diverse, reflecting adoption journeys that crossed borders, languages, and cultures. Her eldest child is her daughter, Maria Caroline, whom she adopted from Guatemala in 2008. Maria was born in 2005 and spent her early years in an orphanage before Laura Ingraham entered her life. The adoption process was long and emotionally demanding, as international adoptions often are, requiring extensive paperwork, legal reviews, and patience. When the process was finally completed, Ingraham traveled to Guatemala and returned home with her daughter, beginning a new chapter as a mother. Wanting to build a strong bond with her child, she even learned Spanish so she could communicate better with Maria in the early years. This effort showed her commitment to understanding her daughter's background and making the transition as gentle as possible. Over the years, Maria grew up mostly outside the public eye, as Ingraham made a clear choice to protect her children's privacy. While she occasionally shared small milestones, she avoided regular exposure, allowing her daughter to experience childhood without constant attention. As Maria matured, she achieved major milestones, including graduating from high school, a moment Ingraham publicly celebrated with pride. Maria later began pursuing higher education, choosing a path in nursing, a field that reflects care, responsibility, and service to others. In addition to Maria, Laura Ingraham adopted 2 sons from Russia. Her second child, Michael Dmitry, was adopted in 2010 when he was about 1 year old. His adoption came with its own set of challenges, as diplomatic relations between the United States and Russia made the process uncertain and slow. Despite these difficulties, the adoption was completed, and Michael joined the family. Like his sister, Michael has been raised away from public attention. Very little is shared about his daily life, schooling, or interests, aside from small details that show a typical childhood, such as enjoying toys, learning, and growing steadily over the years. Ingraham has spoken about how important it is for children to feel safe and normal, especially when they come from complex beginnings. Her youngest child, Nikolai Peter, was also adopted from Russia and joined the family in 2011. His adoption was described as the most difficult of the 3, taking place during a time when international adoption policies were becoming stricter. Nikolai's adoption was among the last approved before Russia limited future adoptions to American families. As a result, the process required exceptional patience and emotional strength. Ingraham has described her youngest son as strong-willed, intelligent, and determined, traits that she views as strengths rather than challenges. Raising 3 children as a single parent is demanding under any circumstances, and Ingraham has openly acknowledged how difficult the journey has been. She has spoken about sleepless nights, constant responsibility, and the emotional weight of being both mother and father in daily life. Even with financial stability, she has emphasized that parenting cannot be simplified by money alone. Time, attention, and emotional presence are what matter most. Throughout her parenting journey, faith has played a central role. Laura Ingraham has often spoken about her belief that adopting children was not only a personal desire, but also a moral responsibility. She believes children should be placed in loving, safe homes, and that adoption should always focus on what is best for the child. She has encouraged others considering adoption to prepare carefully, seek guidance, remain patient, and understand that adoption is a lifelong commitment rather than a single event. Her family life is built on structure, routine, and strong values. By keeping her children's lives private, she has allowed them to grow without the pressure of public judgment. In doing so, Laura Ingraham has created a home centered on stability, protection, and care, qualities that define her role as a mother more than any television appearance ever could. Beyond her roles as a television host and mother, Laura Ingraham's life is strongly guided by her personal values and faith. These elements shape how she views the world, how she raises her children, and how she handles challenges both publicly and privately. Faith is not something she treats as a public performance, but rather as a personal foundation that influences her decisions and priorities. She has spoken about how her beliefs helped her through the adoption process, career pressures, and the daily demands of parenting. This sense of purpose gives structure to her life and helps her remain focused in a fast-paced, often critical media environment. In terms of daily lifestyle, Laura Ingraham lives in a way that reflects discipline and balance. Her schedule is demanding, with long hours of preparation, research, and broadcasting, yet she makes clear efforts to separate work from home life. When she returns home, her focus shifts to being present for her children, maintaining routines, and creating a stable environment. Meals, homework, and everyday conversations form the core of her evenings, rather than public events or social appearances. This separation helps her children experience a sense of normal life despite their mother's public role. Hobbies for Laura Ingraham tend to be quiet and reflective, rather than flashy. Reading remains one of her most consistent interests, allowing her to unwind while staying intellectually active. She also values staying informed and engaged with current events, though she prefers thoughtful analysis over constant media consumption when off-duty. Physical activity, such as walking or light exercise, helps her manage stress and maintain health. Her lifestyle choices suggest a person who understands the importance of mental and emotional balance. Financially, Laura Ingraham's long-standing media career has provided her with significant success. Her income comes from multiple sources, including her television contract with Fox News, book sales, radio work, and speaking engagements. Over the years, she has authored several books that contributed to her financial growth. By 2026, her net worth is commonly estimated to be in the range of tens of millions of dollars, though exact figures vary depending on sources. Despite this level of wealth, she does not publicly display luxury in her daily life. There are no frequent reports of extravagant purchases or lavish living, reinforcing the image of someone who values security and responsibility over excess. Her spending appears focused on her home, her children's education, and long-term stability. Cars, travel, and material possessions are treated as tools rather than status symbols. This approach aligns with her broader philosophy of self-control and purpose. As a public figure, Laura Ingraham often attracts strong opinions, both supportive and critical. However, her private life tells a quieter story, one centered on dedication, structure, and care. Behind the television persona is a woman who chose motherhood through adoption, built a family across cultures, and committed herself fully to raising 3 children on her own. Her Washington home serves not only as a residence, but as a safe space where her children can grow, learn, and feel protected. Whatever one's views on her political work, her personal journey reflects resilience and intention. Laura Ingraham's life beyond the camera shows that success is not measured only by ratings or influence, but also by the ability to create a stable, loving home and remain true to one's values. As she continues her career, her most lasting impact may not be what she says on television, but the family she has built and the lives she continues to shape every day.